All right, football fans, welcome to the NFL Week 8 Pick'em Show. We got Hamoud, we got Naif, we got OY, and we got a great panel. How y'all doing on this Friday afternoon?
Doing good, man. Trying to get into some picks here, but I'm doing great.
There we go.
I'm a little nervous, and there's like 20 cop cars in my neighborhood, and a chopper like circling overhead.
Oh my God!
So I just got done with my run, and then there's like cop cars like in the back near the metro. So I have no idea what's going on. This guy was like, "Dude, what's going on?" I was like, "I don't know, man. I guess we'll find out on the news tonight. Like something's up." So.
What? I guess Naif was right. I mean, maybe they're looking for you, man. I don't know.
Is all in your neighborhood?
Something's up, yeah. I don't know. Maybe all those Palestinian marches are catching up to me at this point. I don't know.
Oh, man. Well, best of luck. Hopefully they don't interrupt this podcast. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the Denver Broncos at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I say at, but this is a London game, so it's only like a semi-at. I know that their owner owns one of the English soccer teams, or football teams. But anyway, the Jaguars are favored by 2.5 points here. It looks like Russ is going to play. What do y'all have for this one? Broncos at Jaguars.
I'm a big fan of. I don't want to say big fan. I'm a fan of the Jaguars in this. This is kind of a home game for the Jags in the past few years. They're there every year at this point. I think their owner, like you said, owns some stuff out there. So this feels like a home game for the Jags, and they've looked good. They've looked good, and now they have. I think they finally solidified Etienne as their lead back. I think that's a big move for them. They at least know their identity a little more. I'm kind of going back and forth here, but I'll take Jacksonville Jaguars at -2.5.
Okay. Nice. Naif, OY.
I think since Russ is playing, I'm going to take the Broncos to win this game. I have a feeling that there was a fire lit in Russ, especially after all that talk. Jags, they have potential. I don't see them winning this game, though. I think the Broncos win this one, and I think the over-under is 40, and I'm going to go over. I think the Broncos and Russell Wilson are going to get it together, put up over 30 points themselves.
Okay. Nice. I like it. Oh, why?
Yeah, so I'm caught in the middle here. I don't think a fire has been lit under Russell. I don't know. I have to see it to believe it. But I think that Broncos defense is something else. Definitely a top 5 unit, definitely an elite unit this year. I can see the Jaguars winning this game, and I'm really tempted to pick them, but I'm going with the best unit on the field, which is the Broncos defense. And I think because of that defense, I can see them win this game like 16-13 or something like that. I can see Russ just kind of finally getting to average at least. I can see that happening, but I got to see it first because of how bad it's been. But otherwise, I'm taking the Broncos in a close one.
Okay. Yeah, I saw Russ play for many, many, many years. I never saw him play like this. I have a vision of what Russell Wilson is, and it's not this. And I'm going to keep counting on him coming back. And, Bessem's joining. Nice. Yo, what's up, man?
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good. We're picking the Broncos at the Jaguars. And basically, I was just saying that it doesn't matter how Russ has been playing up until now. I'm going to keep picking this guy. I mean, he was waking people up in the plane, doing high knees, upsetting all his players. But you know what? It was worth it to get him back in the game. So I'm going with the Broncos, 23-21. I mean, Jaguars are favored by 2.5 points. Usually you give the home team 3 points. So they're really saying the Broncos are a little bit of the better team. So I'm going Broncos 23-21. Bessem,
What about James Robinson getting traded and Etienne stepping up like he should be?
Etienne's going to get 20 carries, at least.
Yeah. At least. Long time coming. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
James Robinson stealing his carries.
Yeah.
So finally.
Yeah. Who do you think Bessem's going to win between the Broncos and the Jaguars?
I'm going with Jags.
Jags.
Broncos haven't really shown me too much this year. Russell, I haven't seen too much leadership from him. Yeah, he's doing high knees in the aisles, but not much more.
Yeah, man, that's what he's known for.
If they win, he has to do high knees every week after that.
I know, yeah. Instead of let's ride at the end of the press conference, just do those high knees. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next game. Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are favored by 4 points. Who do you guys have in this game?
This is a good one. I like this one. After the Panthers came out shooting last week against the Buccaneers in a divisional game, man. That's crazy. I do like the Falcons -4. I do think I definitely think the Panthers win was not super legitimate last week. I don't know. I mean, I guess we do know what's cooking on the Buccaneers side now, but I think the Panthers had a good run. I think maybe they were extra motivated because of the whole coach firing and the selling of the trading of McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson. I think that's it. The juice is out. It's not like I love the Falcons here, but I do like what the Falcons got cooking a little more than the Panthers. Falcons -4.
Okay.
I think the Panthers last week, that was a one-off against Tom Brady and the emo Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I think the Falcons take this one. The over-under is 41. I'm going to say over.
Okay, high scoring.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that. I too think the Falcons can or will win this game. As a score, I'll pick 23-16. But crazy thing about this game is whoever wins this game is first place in that division. And the Falcons will be 4-4 if they win this game, and the Bucs are 3-5. So who saw that coming, right?
Insane. Bessem, who you got? Panthers at Falcons.
I'm actually going with Carolina on this one.
Ooh.
PJ Walker coming off that win, and honestly, Marcus Mariota, I haven't seen too much from him this year. He's had a couple close games, and he's been trying to step up, but I think Carolina will pull this one off.
All right. Yeah, guys. This is gonna be a real toilet bowl. I mean, both these teams are terrible. What Falcons did last week, totaling like 31 points from their 31 yards from their top receivers. Even for the Panthers, Chuba Hubbard is out, so they're down to their third or fourth running back. Both these teams are terrible. Both these teams are really, really bad. I'm just giving it to the home team. It's going to be Falcons. I'm going Falcons 21-13. So moving on to the next game. I'm sure OY and Nat, you guys are going to want to get it on this. The Chicago Bears at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 10 points. Double-digit favorite. What do y'all have to say?
Go for it, Nat.
I think we win this game. I don't see us winning by 10. I don't know, man. Zeke's not going to play. I do think Malik Davis is going to surprise a lot of people. I really liked what I saw from him in the preseason. I don't think any of these backs can blitz pick up. So I'm really scared for Dak. I don't see it being a high-scoring game. I don't think the Bears can throw the ball at all. I think they're averaging like 126 yards passing per game, dead last in the NFL. So it's going to be a lot of running on both sides, I think, because the Bears can't stop the run. They just traded, what's his name, Robert Quinn. I don't know. I think it's going to be closer than most people expect, though. I don't see this. I don't see this as a double-digit win for Dallas. I think it's going to be 24-21, 24-14, somewhere around there.
Right. Oh, why?
Okay, so I'm going to go completely opposite. I actually think the Cowboys win this game 56-10. Okay, maybe not that much, but if they come out and do what they're supposed to do, I think the Cowboys can win this by 2 or 3 scores. Like a more realistic score to me would be something like 34-17, something like that. The problem is that the Bears have the number 1 rushing offense in the league, and the Cowboys, as great as we've been defensively, I think our run defense is 27, 26, something around those lines. So the key to this game is going to have to be to come out, score early, and force Justin Fields to throw the ball. If they can do that, which I can see them doing, I think they can win this handily. However, if that run game gets going, I know we traded for Jonathan Hankins. He's not going to magically turn us into the best run defense in the league. And certainly, I don't see a rapid improvement in 1 week. It's going to be a season-long kind of thing. I can see this being a much closer game if the run game gets going. So the key is going to have to be actually on the offense.
Around every 2 seconds.
The key is going to actually have to be on the Cowboys' offense here in this game to really put themselves out in front. So yeah, I'll stick with 34-17, but I can see if the Bears get going, that might make this more troublesome.
All right, I'm with Besson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm actually leaning towards maybe this is the hopefulness in me. I'm really hoping this game is close. I think Dallas will end up winning this one. Bears do cover, but after seeing what the Bears did to the Patriots, this isn't like a Commanders fan wanting the Cowboys to lose. I think clearly here, I think I know who's going to win, but I do want to see the Bears take the blueprint from the Ravens, take the blueprint from what Lamar is doing. You see what Justin Fields can do with his feet. I mean, he just torched the freaking Patriots defense. That's not possible. That's not something you can do unless you literally have just changed your game completely overnight, which is kind of what they did that week. I think they take that and run with it. Just literally use Justin Fields, use Montgomery, use Herbert, man. He's the best back you got outside of Fields, honestly, I think. But just use those guys and pound the ball, find interesting ways to get that ball going, but you're not going to do it with Mooney running down the field. That's not going to happen. Cowboys win, Bears cover here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys on this one, purely on their D and stopping. I think they will be able to stop that run. Khalil Herbert, Virginia Tech alum, by the way, great back, but I think he is going to get choked up by Dallas D and going to make them have some problems. So I'm going with Cowboys.
All right. Yeah, what happened on Monday night was completely shocking to me. I thought it was going to go completely the other way. I thought the Patriots were going to dominate at home. The Bears have found their identity, guys. The Bears, they're just going to go all run. They're going to run with Fields. They're going to run with Montgomery. They're going to run with Herbert. They're going to run with Pettis. They're going to run with everybody on that team. That's their identity. They're going to put them out there, and they're going to say, try and stop me. And I think that's a good development for the Bears. However, it's not going to happen this week. They're playing at Dallas. And the fact that Zeke is not playing and Pollard is going to get the ball, 30 times, that's the best thing that could happen to him. Cowboys win this game, 26-15. Moving on to the Miami Dolphins at the Detroit Lions. Dolphins are favored by 3.5 points here. Who do y'all got?
Dolphins by double digits.
Ooh.
100%. Yeah. I mean, the Lions are horrible. I don't know what that says about Dallas after last week's game, because they could have easily won that game. I think it was 6-3 at one point in the third quarter. Miami, at halftime, and Detroit had a chance to take the lead in the third as well. I mean, Miami just looked too good with that passing attack with Tua throwing the ball with Hill and Waddle. I think the Dolphins win this by double digits.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of reluctantly take the Dolphins, and the reason I say reluctantly is because I think the Lions have to win another game at some point, right? Like, it's got to happen at some point. Maybe. I do still think that their offense is very explosive. At least it can be. They're not very consistent. You know, I mean, we might have dodged a bullet last week with Amon-Ra getting hurt in the first half. So I can see that offense kind of keeping pace, but you know, Miami is one of those second tier teams, I would say, right now. You know, I think they're definitely a wild card contender. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Miami, and I'll say, because I do think I see the Lions putting in points, so I'll say 30-20 here.
30-20. All right.
Yeah, I think Miami all the way. I think Jared Goff has been on a downward spiral completely. It kind of sucks. Can't get the offense going. So I think the Dolphins are just going to walk all over them and run up the score too, while Goff and the Lions just kind of cry about it. So yeah.
All right.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is a good game for Tua to kind of. It seems like last week it was, he started off the game a little hot, but got cold real quick against the Steelers defense. I think this is the type of game where he really hits his stride. He keeps going. I mean, let's not forget the guy's undefeated this year when he's playing. So I don't think the Lions are going to have an answer for them on defense for sure. And again, with St. Brown, with Swift, I don't even know if they're healthy, but even if they are, Goff, man, looks questionable sometimes in the pocket. I don't know what decisions he's making.
Sometimes.
You're right. Well, he looked good in the beginning of the season. He kind of looked like he got it figured out. But I guess it's just his weapons making him look a little better. It's pretty bad out there on offense for them right now. So Dolphins definitely cover this one. Easy cover. I'm surprised it's that low of a cover.
Yeah. Well, guys, this game is at Detroit. And our Cowboys fans here, if you guys saw last week's game, I know that there was a point in the game where you were thinking the Lions could maybe shift this game. Okay, Amon-Ra is supposed to play in this game. I think Swift is supposed to play in this game. It's at Detroit. I think this team has a lot of fight in them. Jamal Williams is not going to fumble again on the goal line. That was his first fumble ever in the NFL, by the way. The Lions can't keep losing like this. And the Dolphins, I don't think, are as good as people think they are. Last week was way, way, way too close for a game against the Steelers. Guys, I'm pulling an upset here. Lions get this game 14-8. Remember I said that. Arizona Cardinals at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota favored by 3.5 points. This is a Vikings at 1 p.m. game. Who do y'all got?
I got enough numbers, but catch y'all later. Hopefully on Sunday.
All right, Besson. Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, I got the Vikings winning this one 64-7. Kirk Cousins gonna break the. No. Who did I choose here? I chose Arizona. I have Arizona winning this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Arizona winning this game. What's the spread here? The spread?
The Vikings are favored by 3.5 points.
The over-under is 49. I'm going over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. No, I think Arizona's going to pull off the upset here. I think Hopkins has a big game. Kyler Murray silences the doubters like OY.
Okay.
And Arizona's going to take this one. 34-27.
Man, you are hopeful this week. You're expecting some high scoring games. I really hope they come through.
I have 7 fantasy leagues, so.
What?
You want everyone?
You playing 7 fantasy leagues?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I got players in every team we've mentioned so far.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Every player against every player. Wow.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, but man, I'm taking the Vikings, but this does feel like a trap. Every year I feel like this kind of happens at some point. When their players are healthy, the Vikings start looking real good. You start thinking of Jefferson, Cook, and Thielen, and Cousins even looks great. And then a little bit of old Cousins starts to kick in. Defense maybe doesn't stay healthy. That offense just slows down. This seems like that kind of game. With that said, I do think they're going to win this game. I do think Arizona's going to cover. It's 3.5. Arizona covers. Minnesota Vikings just edged them by a field goal.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, I can certainly see the appeal of picking Arizona here. You know, they can their offense. Their offense is interesting because I think they can get going at times, but then at other times it looks so disjointed. You know, they're not like very consistent. So I can certainly see it, but I can't pick against Kirk Cousins at 1 p.m. Man, I feel like every Sunday a lot allows Kirk Cousins to turn into like Peyton Manning for a 3-hour window. I mean, maybe not that much, but you know, I feel like Minnesota is the quietest 6-1 team. They're 6-1, right? 5-1, something like that.
5-1. Yeah.
5-1, yeah. You know, I think the Giants are the worst 6-1 team in NFL history, but I think Minnesota is like quietest. I don't think they're like juggernauts. I don't think they're like Super Bowl contenders. Oh, right on time.
Right on cue.
Did I just hear somebody say the Vikings are not Super Bowl contenders?
Oh!
Hold on. I am picking them to win this division. Hold on. I'm picking them to win the division.
Blasphemy.
I do think they win this game because it's the early window. So I'll pick them to go win 28-24.
Okay, Rady, I don't know how you sense this with your spidey senses that you got on exactly at we're talking about Cardinals at Vikings. So unleash.
It's not going to be Cardinals at Vikings. It's going to be Vikings slicing Cardinals left and right. Get rid of these bumskis, bro.
Ooh.
The Vikes are winning the Super Bowl. I'm going to say it now. Can I tell you guys something I heard the other day? I was in a restaurant on Monday Night Football, and there was a table next to me of a bunch of guys. And one of them said, the Vikings are the worst 5-1 team in the NFL. Oh, man, that put me, I was enraged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully you didn't slice them.
I pulled myself together. Because I was like, I'm going to get beat up if I say something. They look like they take a lot of steroids.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you guys, man, they are not scams. Trust me.
So you got the Vikings, I'm assuming.
15-1, I told you, baby.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As was mentioned before, this is a 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins game. Kirk Cousins is the best player in history at 1 p.m. and it's just so polarizing how he plays in this window compared to other windows. It's at Minnesota. Guys, the Vikings are going to thrash these Cardinals. These are some fraud Cardinals. It's going to be 40-20 Vikings. Moving on. Las Vegas Raiders at the New Orleans Saints in the Big Easy. Raiders favored by 1.5 points. What do you all say?
I'm guessing that's because of the tough conditions in New Orleans. And that's a tough place to play, right? That's what they always say.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm expecting that's why this line is so close. But I think Derek Carr and Devontae Adams figured it out this week. Well, not only them, they already got John Jacobs to help them out, but I think they figured out. I think Darren Waller's back this week. I think this is a big game for the Raiders. This is a big prove game against a good defense. I like the Saints defense almost every year. I think the Raiders get it right. At this point, they cover, they win, right? So they win this one. Saints, I don't get why they're starting Andy Dalton when Winston is a healthy second option. Makes no sense to me. I guess, not that, Winston's a deserving first over there, but you just assume they'd go with him. Also, the offensive weapons, Michael Thomas, still, the injury bug still floating around there. Jarvis Landry, too many questions with the Saints. I don't even know if Kamara's healthy or wants to be with the Saints anymore. Raiders all the way here.
You forgot to mention the most important guy on the New Orleans Saints. I cannot believe you didn't mention Rashid Shaheed, baby. I guarantee he's going to have 1 carry, 40 yards, and a touchdown this game, too.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
But real talk, honestly, I agree with you. I think the Raiders are going to win this game. I don't know why they're starting Dalton, but they're both trash. They're both really bad quarterbacks, let's be honest. I don't think it really matters here. I think the Raiders are going to win. I'm going to go with 17-10 Raiders.
17-10. All right. Hey, for what?
I think this depends on Kamara, honestly. You know how I feel about the Raiders. Derek Carr sucks. Derek Carr is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. He's one of the most overhyped quarterbacks ever. Last week, I told you guys the Raiders would win, and everybody would be like, "Oh, hey, Derek Carr's no, Derek Carr sucks. Raiders are gonna lose this game." I have the Saints winning 24-17.
Okay. Oh, why?
All right, yeah, I am reluctantly gonna pick the Raiders. I really don't want to because I agree with a lot of what Naif is saying. I just think they're front runners, honestly. They were supposed to be very competitive in that division, and I just see them as, they're like your stereotypical 8-9 team, kind of scraping around. So I can see them start to pull some wins in some games. I can see them pulling some wins together here because I do think they have talent on offense. Like, you have a top 3 receiver, maybe the best receiver in the league. You have a pretty, decent to good running back. You have Darren Waller, or is he playing? I don't even know because the Raiders have been so bad. But
Yeah.
I can see, this offense kind of figuring it out for this game. I just don't like the pick because I don't think they're anything beyond front runners. I can see the Saints, kind of leaning on that home field advantage a lot. But from that perspective, I just don't trust any of their quarterbacks. I don't trust Andy Dalton. I don't trust Jameis Winston. I think Winston can go off. I think Winston can put up numbers, but the problem is his numbers are also for the other team at the same time. So, because, they don't have that figured out, I'm going to lean with the Raiders. And I'll say, New Orleans is a tough place to play, so I think it'll be a less high scoring. I'll say 20-14. 20-14, Las Vegas pulls this out.
All right.
Don't forget, it's Halloween weekend in New Orleans, too.
That's true.
Also, it's a 1 p.m. game. The Raiders are traveling to New Orleans. And Taysom Hill's the best quarterback on that field.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are kind of building my case for me here. Also, Devontae has the flu. They said he has an extreme case of the flu that he may or may not play through on Sunday. Jacobs, I think.
I heard he's just sick of Derek Carr.
Yeah. That might be it. And then Jacobs actually has like a small injury. I think he may play through it. But point is that they're kind of nicked up, and Superdome, Mercedes-Benz Dome, whatever you call it, that's a really, really tough place to play. They're going to spook them the night before, pull the fire alarm, send, ghosts and goblins into their hotel room. Rashid Shaheed is going to get a 105-yard touchdown on 1 carry. Don't ask me how it happens. He's going to run into the end zone. He's going to run back. And they're not going to give him the ball again. They just give him the ball one time. That's all they do. And he's going to score a touchdown.
That's all he does.
Guys, Saints win this one. 29-24. They're a different team at home. Moving on. New England Patriots at the New York Jets. Patriots are favored by 2.5 points in this game.
No way.
How?
No way.
These lines
Yeah,
make no
way.
sense.
So last week was so weird, right? Because the first half, really the first quarter, you're watching kind of this whole the zappy hour kind of in effect, and then it just kind of disappeared, like it never happened. I have no idea why New England is favored in this game. I think there's some whatever the opposite of recency bias is. I think that's what's going on here. I think Ahmed Gardner and Robert Saleh, the way that this defense is playing, this is a lights out. Like I've said, this defense is growing into an elite unit. I don't think they're quite there yet, but they're growing into it. They're very young. And, I think they do enough to win this game. I have them winning this game 20-13.
Nice.
Well, the Jets don't have Breece Hall anymore. Is that right?
Yeah, but they signed James Robinson.
Yeah, but he just got there, man. You need to, I don't know. I'm
Not a running back.
Fresh signings never. They're not. You never know. Fresh signings versus a guy who knows the playbook. And also they're basically a little beat up, whereas the Patriots, although they're not good, but actually they're hurt too, man. So I don't know. But I don't think it's that crazy that the Patriots are favored. I'm still gonna take the Jets. I'm gonna go. Well, it's a New England game, so you know it's gonna be low scoring and boring, just like every other New England game. I've seen this every week. Maybe like 6-3, the Jets.
6-3. Wow. I look forward to not watching this game then.
Seriously.
Hamoud,
Definitely not a fan of watching this game. Listen, I think you touched on it earlier. Brees Hall's out. James Robinson doesn't resolve any problems, and it doesn't bring any value to what Brees Hall did. It's just no comparison there. Brees Hall was honestly, oh my goodness, looked lights out. You just can't compare him. And then on top of that, I don't know. Have we really seen Zach Wilson? I mean, I feel like Joe Flacco and Garrett Wilson looked great.
Get him back in there, baby.
I haven't seen anything from Zach Wilson that told me that he's going to lead this team anywhere better than where they are right now. I know the Patriots just kind of, I don't know how they laid an egg there against the Bears. I do think the Bears came with a really good scheme, and that's the reason they won. I do think the Patriots bounce back in the division. Oh, come on. They got the Jets number here. I can't. I don't get why the line is the way it is. I don't know why the Patriots are favored to coming into this game.
Yeah.
But with that said, I do like the Patriots winning this one.
All right. Naif.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Mo. I don't understand why the spread is favoring Patriots, aside from the fact that the Pats have won the last 6 against the Jets, and they have Bill Belichick coaching that team.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters who plays quarterback, to be honest. I do see New England winning this game. I think it's going to be a close one. It's a divisional matchup. The Jets are not frauds. I repeat, they are not frauds.
You get that right.
But they're going to drop to 5-3. And I'm also taking the under here because I don't see a lot of points. It's going to be an ugly one. 21-17, maybe 17-14 Patriots.
Okay. So all week, Mac Jones and Zappy and Belichick have been doing interviews talking about what the hell happened on Monday night. Was Mac Jones supposed to get back in the game? Was Zappy supposed to come in? And then you ask both of those players, and they're like, I don't know. I'm just playing, and whatever the coach wants to do, he's going to do. 4 different quarterbacks are going to play for the Patriots in this game. Mac Jones is going to start. Then Bailey Zappi is going to come in. Then they're going to put in Brian Hoyer. And then Bill Belichick is going to close out this game in the 4th quarter. And it's not going to look good. The Jets are going to win this game at home, guys. It's going to be 14-12. And Bill Belichick has kind of lost his mind at this point. I mean, after that loss, he doesn't know what he's doing with the quarterback. He has PTSD. When he doesn't have Brady, he doesn't know what he's doing. His whole career was built on Brady. So that's how it's going to go down. It's going to be a grinded out game by the Jets. 14-12. Steelers at the Eagles. Eagles are favored by 11 points. Who do y'all got?
I have Pittsburgh winning this game. That is my upset pick of the week. The same way you guys, Knife, what you said about Arizona is kind of what I feel about this game. Listen, Pittsburgh is completely outclassed in this game. Philly is a much better team than Pittsburgh. There's no doubt in my mind. And they are one of the best teams in the NFC. But this is one of those games. It's a typical trap game. I can see Pittsburgh winning this game, out-coaching. I can see Mike Tomlin out-coaching Nick Sirianni. I can see that defense outplaying that Philly offense, kind of beating them up a little bit. So I know it's crazy. I know Pittsburgh has no talent on the field, and I know that this might be me hoping that this is the case. But I can see Pittsburgh winning this game. I've had this feeling the whole week. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh 20-17. Last second field goal wins this game.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, man. No way. I think the Eagles are going to win this handedly. I think they win this by double digits. Steelers have a rookie quarterback. A rookie, I would say number 1 wide receiver. Maybe he's the number 2 now, but it's looking like he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver. The Eagles are just good top to bottom, man. They're stacked on defense. They just got Robert Quinn. I don't know if he's going to play. Maybe he doesn't know the playbook, but come on. I mean, he's a defensive end. All he's got to do is go and find the quarterback. And I think if he does play, he's going to go and find the quarterback. If he doesn't, they're still going to go and find the quarterback. The Eagles are going to win this game by maybe even 3 scores. Sorry, I want them to lose. I don't see it happening.
All right.
I think it's going to be the opposite, Amar. I think the Eagles are going to win by a field goal. They're gonna come into this game thinking, oh, we're 6-0. This other team is trash. They'll be up by like 21 points at halftime. They'll start slacking. The Steelers are gonna start coming back. You guys ever play Madden and you're just crushing a guy, and then you're like, whatever, I'm not even gonna try. And then he starts coming back, and they're like, all right, we gotta start playing, boys. So I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna go with 20. I'm going to go with 30-27. The Eagles' second field goal to win the game.
Ooh.
By the way, to Ollie's point, they do that. The Eagles build up a huge lead, and then they just take their foot off the brick. Yeah.
They're the highest. They're the highest scoring team in like the second quarter in like forever or something. Some crazy stat that's going around, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles are gonna. I mean, I'm pretty confident the Eagles are gonna win this one. I did hear there might be some sightings of T.J. Watt here and there for the Steelers. That's a game wrecker, but I think they're going to ease him into it. And if I were them, I wouldn't even play him in a game like this. I do think the Steelers find a way to cover 10 points is just so much. I don't know, man.
11.
I don't know. I think 10 points is a lot. 11 points is a lot. I think the Steelers do cover. But the Eagles, the Eagles definitely win this one. More than a field goal, in my opinion. But,
so the Battle of Pennsylvania here, Chase Claypool has been in trade talks all week. I don't know if he's going to be traded by the time this game starts or maybe right after. Guys, there's no way the Eagles lose this game, is there? I mean, listen, I don't gamble. I don't gamble, right? But if you're a Kefid and you gamble, then definitely, and you think the Steelers are going to win, then I bet there's a lot of money to be made on this game. But I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way Steelers win this game. I'm taking the Eagles 38-21. But if the Steelers pull this upset, I'd be incredibly, incredibly impressed. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. Titans are favored by 2.5 points in this divisional game. What say you?
Never have I ever cared less about a game than this one right here. And I know you guys feel the exact same way.
No.
Who cares? The Titans and the Texans? God, just put me to sleep already, man. I don't even know who is on these teams. Yeah. And the only reason you do is because you read it somewhere. Yeah, nobody's watching this game.
Okay.
That's how I feel. But having said that, I will take the Tennessee Titans 23. I'll take the Tennessee Titans 23-13.
Okay.
I think I know why the spread's that low. I think Ryan Tannehill's injured. But the Texans suck, man. They're horrible. Titans are going to win this game, whether Tannehill plays or not. I don't know. Who's the backup? Malik Willis?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually.
Oh no, Ron, you might want to tune in for Malik.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, but he's a rookie. Listen, if Tannehill doesn't play, I could see the Texans upsetting the Titans. But I don't know, man. I think Derrick Henry's the best player on the field. Titans win this game. It's a divisional game. It'll be closer than most people think. Either way.
Yeah, Titans win and cover here. I like the Titans. Again, Vrabel's the coach. I just love the way that guy coaches his team. I think I don't know. Just watching them on Sundays, they're not the most exciting team to watch when it's a game like this. But when they play a big time team, man, they really show up most of the time, really, that I've seen. I like Vrabel. I like the Titans in this one covering. Yeah, not much hope for the Texans in this one. And Rady, if you don't like this game, just you wait until the next one.
Oh, why?
Titans 28-20. That's all we got to say.
Okay. Well, listen, man. You're right. Tannehill doesn't look like he's going to play. I think this is the first start for Malik the Freak. It's at Houston. And Naif, Derrick Henry's not going to be the best guy on the field out there. It's going to be Dameon Pierce. Houston wins this game 26-24. Moving on. Washington Commanders at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are favored by 3 points, which is what you give a home team. So basically, they're saying this is like a pick 'em essentially. So we'll start with Hamoud. Who do you got?
I mean, come on. We're getting the Commanders. We got juices flowing right now. Do you see what we just did? We just beat a team that everybody's writing them off. The Commanders beat them. They must really stink, right? I think we're gonna see something different in the Packers on Sunday night, which is gonna prove that the Commanders were not that fraudulent in that win. Given we're not gonna do too much maybe in the long run. However, I do think we beat the Colts. Colts just benched Matt Ryan. I don't think they know what their identity is for some reason, even though it's hitting them in the face. Run it with JT. They don't. Their fault. They don't want to figure it out. Let's see how Ehlinger does, but I'm not going to pick a rookie quarterback to beat us. Or not. He's not even a rookie, but whatever he is. Second game in the league. Yeah. I'm just not going to pick him yet.
Yeah.
I'll take Washington all day here.
All right.
So I'm actually also going to pick Washington here. I think this is another upset pick that I can see happening. And I think, this has more to do with what's going on with Indianapolis. I think, they're completely in flux. Like Hamoud was saying, they don't really know who they are right now. I am actually high on Sam Ehlinger. I don't know if he can be a quality starter, but I do think he can be a quality number 2 at the very least. Having said that, I don't know how much he's going to do. And, I don't know if he started before, but, his first start of this season at least. So I'll take the Commanders winning this, kind of leaning on their weapons, their skilled players. I'll say 20-14.
All right. Now, Rady.
I just saw what Sam Ehlinger looks like. I never heard of this guy. But he looks like a Jehovah's Witness. That's what he looks like. He looks like he knocks on your door and asks you to be saved by Jesus. But you know what? Guys like that, they have a lot of, they don't give up. They play hard. And as much as and also Jonathan Taylor is back. And yes, maybe he's not 100%, but damn, last year he was looking good. So I think he's going to come back this game. Unfortunately, the Commanders, man, I just don't know with these guys, man. I just think they're the Redskins. I don't care what they call themselves. And the Redskins, they're just you never know. There might be really good one week and really bad the next. That's kind of been their identity for the past, since I came to this country in 1999, that's been their identity. So I'm going to pick the Colts just based on this Sam Ehlinger looking guy. That's it.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to go with, it's going to be boring too. So I'm going to go with maybe 17-9. No TDs for Washington.
Wow. So the takeaway here is that Ehlinger has converted Rady into a Mormon. Naif, who you got?
Yeah, unlike you guys, I'm close to Texas football. I'm very familiar with Sam Ehlinger. Let me read off some stats. He was 24 of 29 for 289 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and 1 rushing touchdown in the preseason.
What was that last word you said? Preseason? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, here's another thing. His first name isn't Matt, and his last name isn't Ryan. The Colts are winning the thing. Colts are going to beat the brakes off the commies. It's not even going to be close. Sam Ehlinger, a star is born. You heard it here first. Sam Ehlinger will lead the Colts to the playoffs.
I already said it. I already said that. I said Sam Ehlinger could be a quality player. That's what I said.
Really?
I said
not leading them to the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah, no.
That's interesting. What? Yeah. A couple Cowboys fans wishing against the Commanders. Yeah, no surprise there. No, but he has. I agree with you. He has looked good in the preseason, but he hasn't played in the regular season yet. Last week, the Commanders had some juice, man, and I've always been a big fan of their offensive weapons, man. Brian Robinson, Antonio. I mean, you can go on and on. This team has great weapons, and Heineke is a scrappy guy. The fact that what he did last week was very, very impressive in the second half. I think he carries that momentum into this game. And I think the Commanders win this one, 18-17, until Ehlinger shows me something. Ehlinger, I don't know how to say his name. Maybe after this week I will, but Yeah, to your point, Rody, I don't know if you guys saw this in last week's game, but whenever they pan to the crowd in Washington, everyone has Redskins jerseys on, right? Like you can't escape it. Like they keep just showing people with Redskins jerseys. But anyway, moving on. San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. Niners are favored by 1.5 points. This is going to be a close game. What do y'all think?
Before you start, Debo Samuel's out.
Yeah, I was just gonna
He's
say
out.
that. Yeah, this is like 15 minutes ago.
Oh boy, I might have to change
Yeah,
my
so
pick.
I had actually picked 49ers to win this game until that. I don't see Jimmy G leading that offense without his best player. You know, Christian, unless you put McCaffrey at quarterback and just, let him do whatever. And even then, I don't see it. So I think the Rams are also probably pissed off at the way that their season is going right now. And then you add on to that, you have a wounded division rival coming in. You know, the Niners are pretty banged up, actually. And I have continuously, made the argument that they are one of the best rosters in the NFC. They're so hurt right now. They need to get healthy before they can be a threat. So I'm gonna say the Rams win this game, and the Debo injury really completely changed my opinion. I think the Rams win this 23-16.
All right.
Rams, in my opinion, Rams are going to dominate this game. I mean, I'm a big Rams guy. There's a lot of people on this team that I like. I'm only going to pick against the 49ers because I don't like anything about them. Their jerseys look weird. Their name's dumb.
Yeah.
And that's just purely like that. No, I don't care anything about their football. Yes, Debo is out. Yes, their quarterback looks like somebody with an STD. I don't care about any of those things. Okay, I just hate their colors, gold, red. Like, who designed this, man? Oh, I forgot also the Commanders have those colors too. Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Oh boy.
But anyways, I'm picking the Rams to win this game. 34-22.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's I like your reasons for picking the Rams here. I love that. With that said, it's really weird. It's been really weird this season. 49ers have been a little on and off. You start thinking, oh man, if they get their pieces together, they're really gonna go far, and then they drop the ball and they just don't look that good, and they struggle to get certain wins, and then they get just rocked by the Chiefs. But again, I mean, the Rams have been no different. The Rams have not won one game in the trenches. Their running game is awful, and I don't know how they can feed off the play action. I get they got Cooper Kupp, and man, he's, no matter win or lose, that guy is going off. It just doesn't matter. But he's not gonna win you. He's just not gonna win you the game on his own every week. I think the Niners pull this one off. I know that Debo's out, but with that said, they have enough weapons to get the job done. I think they just got. I don't know. They're gonna kill the Rams with their run game this week. I just see it.
Okay.
For me, this was one of the hardest games to pick this week. It's a divisional game. Rams have been looking like dog water. Or absolute dog water.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you love that dog water. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a toss-up, honestly. I had the Niners maybe winning, but I think with this Debo news, I might switch it up to the Rams. The Rams are coming off a bye. McVay's a good coach. I'm sure they cooked something up. I think the Rams are going to take this one, but just barely. I think the spread is 1.5.
Yeah.
Niners' favor. But no, I think the Rams are going to take this by a field goal. No way the Rams put up 34 points against that San Francisco D, though. They don't have Marcus Mariota, so that's not possible.
Yeah.
Rams win this one, 20-17.
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of NFC West games, obviously, and the Niners seem to have the Rams number. It doesn't even matter who plays in either of these games. So I picked it to be a little bit of a bigger spread, but because Debo Samuel's out, I'll say 20-17 Niners. I think we have like 8 minutes left on this call, so we're gonna go ahead and go rapid fire here. So, New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks. Hawks are favored by 3 points. I'll get started here. Man, I can't wait for this game. Honestly, Giants 6-1. A lot of New York media in this game. I'm taking the Seahawks 21-20. West Virginia.
It's the 5-3 Seahawks and the 6-2 Giants. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game too.
Nice.
6-2 after this game.
Nice.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks too, man. But I have to say, this is emotional. Like, I'm starting to think maybe the Giants are not terrible, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you, Rady. I think after this Sunday, the Giants will no longer be the worst 6-1 team in NFL history. They'll be the worst 6-2 NFL team.
Hey!
The Seahawks. It's gonna. I think this might be like an ugly one, just because, just based on style of play, not necessarily the quality of the game. So I'll say 16-13 Seahawks.
Nice. I'm with.
Yep. Seahawks win. Barely cover. It's gonna be a bad one for the Giants, and like you said, I think they're gonna keep it close. But I think the Seahawks edge them. No Metcalf, but I don't know who the Giants have other than Saquon Barkley. That might be enough again, but I don't.
Until he gets hurt.
I like it. I like it. All right. Green Bay Packers at Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored by 11 points, guys. Who do y'all have?
Bills.
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I have the Packers winning this game.
No way. No way.
I'll tell you. I know this is gonna be one of those games that it's gonna make you say, "Are the Packers good or are they bad?" I don't know, right? It will confuse you about the state of the Packers. This will be an Aaron Rodgers just a throw. He's gonna be a throw central, zingers, blingers. It'll be a beautiful game.
Wow.
They will win, barely, but they will win. And he has to win. Honestly, if he doesn't win this game, I mean, it's bad. So I think out of desperation, they will win this game. And it's going to be an Aaron Rodgers show. Maybe like 38-30, 31.
Okay.
Packers.
Desperation can't be the number one offense and top 5 defense in the league. So I'm gonna say the Bills win this handedly. I'd say 34-24 Buffalo.
Yeah,
that's me being generous to Green Bay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying Bills win. Packers cover. Honestly, I'm only saying that because it's the Packers. But I think the Bills win. Like you said, just top offense, top defense. Not much here for the Packers. They're not going to figure it out this week. But they might look, they might make the score look a little nicer. But they're not going to win this.
Okay. Nice.
Bills win. Packers don't cover. I think Aaron Rodgers is saving that game for 2 weeks from now when they play Dallas.
There you go. I had the exact same score as OY. Bills win 34-24, and that's giving Rodgers some credit. I mean, that means they don't cover. So I'm giving Rodgers some credit here. I think he's going to put up some points, but he's not going to beat the Bills. No way. All right, rapid fire here. We have like less than 5 minutes. Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Bengals are favored by 3 points.
2 trash teams. Really boring city that they live in. Boring state. Everything's boring. Nobody cares. I'm going to pick the Bengals because obviously the Browns are the Browns. They're always going to be the Browns. Let's go with Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase is out, right?
Yeah, he is out.
I changed my mind. I'm going to go with the Browns to win this game 20-17.
All right.
So I need to, just to go on the record, I need to fix my statement from last week. Joe Burrow, not Justin Herbert, is my favorite non-Dallas quarterback in the league. And I think they have enough weapons to kind of survive the loss of Jamar Chase here. So I have them winning this game 33-20.
Okay. Scores. No,
Bengals are going to win this game. Joe Burrow is amazing. I think he still has weapons in Higgins and Boyd, and they're going to run the ball a little more now that Chase is out. Bengals.
Okay.
Bengals win and cover. I think Cleveland, just because divisional, I think it's going to be a closer one than we expect. But Bengals win and cover. Like you said, the receivers are going to go off. Mix is probably going to run it in for a couple touchdowns. It's the way it goes with them. So Bengals take this one.
Okay. Guys, I think it's going to be raucous in the dog pound on Monday night. Browns are going to take this 23-22. Thank you all so much for joining our Week 8 Pick'em show. Support Second Rise Coffee. Support Coconut Oud. Follow this podcast, Football v Football. On Instagram, football_v_football. On Twitter, fball. Watch it on YouTube. Watch it on Spotify. And listen to it on Spotify and Anchor. And support this podcast on Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/football v football. Hamoud, Naif, OY, Rady. We'll see y'all next time and have a fantastic day, football fans.
See y'all later, boys.